Bike Hunter. This is your host Omkar, and today I'm a little nervous, but this bike will always make you nervous. It is none other than the Harley Davidson Fatbob. As we are done with the specification and the exhaust note of the bike, let's have a word with the owner Sandeep Rawat and let's see how he feels about this bike. Let's have a word. Hello sir. Hi. How are you sir? Sir, hi. मतलब ऐसा देख के तो बहुत क्वेश्चन आ रहा है, but I'll ask you very few questions about this bike. My first question to you is, in the 15 lakh budget, 15 lakhs budget, why this bike?
See, Harley has always been a bike icon, for a lot of the people all around the world. I was small, I used to dream of, I seen the movie Terminator. I want to buy this Harley Davidson bike. So that was on my mind always since a child. And I grew up, I had this dream. And one day finally I'm glad I could make this dream come true.
But this bike is out of the mind, it blows you off.
Yes, it's a good bike.
Sir, have you made any changes in your bike?
No, I've just done very few changes. That is from the Harley shop itself, nothing outside. I've changed my exhaust.
Okay.
You see, these are the Screaming Eagle exhaust. So that raises your sound level by 30%.
An average?
Average, this bike really is not for the average type.
Actually, but still it affects
It gives you, the average is quite okay even with these. So the average comes around 15 kilometers on the highway. City, of course, I don't think anybody rides these in the city. 15 on the average highway. 15 kilometers.
Sir, and as I mentioned the budget, are you satisfied with this bike?
See, it's a good bike. I know 15 lakhs is a slightly higher price tag, but that's the price you have to pay if you want the Harley.
Yeah.
And I too bought it, and I thought it's built to last kind of machine.
Yeah.
You buy it and it's
Lifetime.
But unfortunately, in my case, it was not so. Because from the first day of the purchase, I had issues with my motorcycle.
Issues?
Yeah.
As in what?
The first issue I had when I was riding back home with the motorcycle. Brand new motorcycle, I'm going home.
Yeah.
And on the way, within 5-10 minutes, I noticed my handle is not straight.
Okay.
Handle and this fork assembly, you want to think of it. This part, it's not straight, it's slightly,
It was still.
Okay. And I immediately called the service center guys and I told them about the fault. And they told me, yeah, it's a small issue, we'll fix it up, sir, no problem. You can come to us tomorrow any day, it's a small issue, don't worry about it.
Don't bother.
But I was really tense because I have paid in a hell lot of money for this bike, my hard-earned money. And I'm seeing that it already has a mistake. So I went the next day again to the showroom, which is about more or less 50 kilometers, not a good ride, city ride in the heat. But I took that
Mumbai traffic,
50 kilometers. And then they held me there for a few hours, they changed something, whatever, I don't know what they did. And they told me now take a trial on the bike. I took a trial, it was the same. Then they told me, okay, they will change some more things. After few days, you come back, sir, we will change this. The manager is not the So after few days, I went again, and they told me they changed something here in the risers, some good, nothing there, yeah. I don't know exactly, but that's what they told me. So even that attempt was a failure, it did not change. Then again after a few months, and they always tried to convince me that the bike is straight, sir. The handle is straight, it's in your mind
that it's not
that it's stupid. They kept pushing me on that.
They forced you.
I'm riding a Bullet for the last 17 years. It's not a Harley, but it's a Bullet. It still has a handle.
Same.
And then again I ride, and I made myself sure that this is not straight. So the next third or fourth visit, I went to the manager there, the Mumbai dealer, and I told him he will take a round of this bike. It is not straight. The manager took a round and he agreed that the handle is not straight. And then after that, he told me that they changed a hell lot of things in the front assembly. After which I did feel 60 to 70% change, but not 100%.
You're not satisfied.
Yes. After that, that was not the end of it. After 3 months or so, I had an issue with this part right here called the idle air control, right behind the filter. So what the bike was doing on low, like I'm riding, if suddenly I have a car coming across, I go to slow down. So when I slow down, my RPM would go very low. Normally it stays around 1000
plus.
So when I'm slowing down suddenly, a car comes or something, the RPM would drop down up to 600, 500, and the engine stops. That's a dangerous situation actually, because you stop in the middle of the highway.
Someone can crash you, anything.
You can get killed
Actually.
So I went back to the showroom again, and then I discussed the problem. They told me, yeah, it might be some dust or something. They asked me, where do you ride? I said, I ride on the road. They told, you ride in a lot of dusty conditions or something. I said, no, I ride in Bombay City.
It's not Abu Dhabi.
I'm not riding in the Thar desert.
Yeah, correct.
So they told me maybe a lot of dust got into the filter and the idle air controller. Big technical stories. And somehow they convinced me, they cleared something. For a day or two the bike ran okay, but the problem continued. And then it was like again back and forth to the showroom, home, showroom. And I was even in the middle of a ride somewhere in a very deserted spot. And I got stuck with this problem because the bike stalled. But luckily I started, it cranked up again and I could bring it home. And then I went back to the showroom, and then again same problem. And then they told me, okay, we will change the complete assembly, the idle air control. After that, it was okay. I didn't have any more problem. Then I was riding quite some time without any issues. But still, my warranty period was on it. And then I have a third issue.
Oh my God.
Yeah, third issue again. I was on a ride coming back from Nasik, and the bike got extremely overheated. Overheated in the sense even the belt pipe turned red like a tomato. It was red like a tomato. And I was just about 2 kilometers from my home. I heard the sound of the bike completely changed. And I could feel only one cylinder is working.
Oh my.
One cylinder stopped working. So only one cylinder is on. The bike lost all its power. But I was like 2 kilometers away from home, so I could
somehow manage.
Some people helped me, they pushed me. I'm with the Harley Davidson on the road, and
Bajaj got crazy. What is this?
And the Activa is pushing me.
Yeah,
it was like that. And somehow I reached home. And the next day I called the service guys and all. They came home, checked everything, and they said the spark plug, one spark plug, the ceramic has cracked. They told me, "Sir, this is the first time we heard of Fatbob with this." I said, yeah, first time, but I don't care, it's the first time. I suffered.
Yeah.
So they changed the spark plug, they took the bike to the service center for a complete recheck, and then they confirmed that the ceramic of the spark plug had cracked due to overheating. And then these big guys in the showroom, they tell me, sir, actually Harleys are not meant for the hot climate like India. There is heat, traffic and overheating issues. So honestly, sir, it's not meant for Indian conditions. So if you would have told me this thing earlier,
I would not buy only.
I wouldn't have spent this 15 lakh rupees on this. I would have taken a nice trusty Enfield
Correct.
or any Indian bike which are having, I don't
Which are
know,
made
any
for
issues.
Indian
They are made
roads.
for India. And that was again the last issue as of now I had, and they changed the spark plug. But they told me, I mean, you know, that this was the reason. You were in traffic or overheat or long ride. So 450 kilometers also the bike could not make it. That's not nothing for a Harley. So that was the third experience after which I really lost my patience. And I've decided to go ahead with the story. Because many people have faults with the Harleys. But the thing is they do is just
They
keep
don't
quiet.
just, yeah.
Because they get their part replaced and they think my problem is solved. So that's
Let it
good
be.
enough. Let
Yeah.
it be. You know, chalta hai.
Chalta hai. India mein chalta hai.
Chalta hai.
Yeah.
But I am not with that attitude, chalta hai. I given them a legal notice and in their reply they tell me that I do not know how to ride. My riding style is primitive. Okay, I am riding the Bullet for 15 years. Now primitive is what I don't ride it with a bullock cart. I ride it as a bike.
Fine.
So that was the reason, explanation by the Harley lawyer. So now I am going to go ahead and file the case in the consumer court and let's see what the court decides. Because this company is not giving you the worth for your money.
Correct.
That is the
You can
pure
buy
fact.
10 bikes in 15 lakhs. But
This is-
what's this?
Yeah, you know, I thought that this is my dream bike and it will be long lasting running, no problem.
No problems at all.
But within 1.5 years, you had 3 big problems, one after the other.
Correct, correct.
And the time and effort I've spent to go back and forth to the showroom and the mental stress, you can imagine.
Yeah, yeah.
So anybody going to buy this bike, you think over very hard. You're going to go through all the stress and things. You might be lucky, you might get a good bike.
Good
maybe.
bike.
But very good chances you will suffer like this.
Sir, any more messages to our viewers about this bike or anything? Like how to ride, how to be safe, anything?
See, as far as riding is concerned, when I would tell everybody to always, even if you're riding in the city, ride in a proper gear. You know, your,
Correct, correct.
we try to go in sleeveless and just Ray-Bans on and all.
Yeah, no.
Because I myself, even if I'm taking a short local ride, I never go without proper boots or full arm sleeves and helmet minimum for the city. And of course, if you're going long ride,
Full gear is the
full gear and check your bike frequently.
Yeah, yeah.
Even in the ride, whenever you stop, take a look at the machine, make sure it's all good. Nothing is loose, vibrated, come off. Check your tires, basic riding precautions. Wet, slippery roads, you know how to handle that. Go slow on the curves, and that's it about the thing.
So, it was pleasure talking to you, sir.
Me too.
Thank you for your time, sir. Thank you for watching Bike Hunters. For more owner reviews, subscribe Bike Hunters. Until then, ride hard, ride safe.